Hi everyone. We'll begin in a seated posture. You can find a cross of your legs. You can lift your hips on a block or a blanket. Come to a place where you can find a little bit of comfort and lift up through the crown of the head for a long, straight spine. You might find a gentle close to the eyes or a soft gaze down toward the floor. Notice your inhales and exhales. And begin to lengthen them. Settling into awareness. From here, you can bring your hands down to either side of your hips. On your next inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. And exhale, bring your right hand down by your right hip. Your left arm is up and overhead. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, down into the right. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, take it down. Inhale, take both arms up. We're going to take a little open arm twist toward your right. So bring your left arm forward in space, your right arm back. If you don't have space, you can take a cactus arm. Inhale up through center. And exhale down to the other side. Notice the way this might feel a bit constricted. Inhale up. And exhale, twist. We're going to be moving through a series of these open arm twists. Inhale, bring it up through center. And exhale to the other side. Notice how the breath may catch or constrict. Inhale, take it up through center. Exhale, hands and knees on your mat, please. So as we move through these open arm twists, you may notice more or less constriction as the practice progresses. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips in this tabletop position. And we'll begin with a few cat-cows. So you can drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your hips to the sky, open through the collarbones, and round through the spine. Usually we take these with an exhale in the round, and an inhale on the arching and the dropping of the belly. But really, it's up to you. If you like to take that the opposite way, if you notice that it increases your awareness, feel free to switch it up a little bit. One more time. Into our cow pose, dropping the belly. And once more into cat. Come to a neutral tabletop, neutral spine. On your next inhale, you'll lift your right fingertips up into the sky, opening through the chest, feeling the expansion of the collarbones. And exhale, dive that right hand underneath your left armpit. Come down onto your right shoulder blade, your right temple. Now here, I usually say you can choose what you want to do with this left hand. You can. I would encourage you to experiment with perhaps bringing it to your left hip. You might like to tuck it around behind the back, but some people don't like that. So really it's up to you, but I encourage you to at least try opening the chest a little bit here. Even in this sort of crumpled pose. Left hand comes back down beside the face. Right fingertips sweep up to the sky. And exhale, right hand down. Other side, inhale your left fingertips up. Exhale, dive it through. Again, I encourage you to find a placement for your right hand that you might like, but try experimenting with the right hand on the hip. Maybe even tucking around behind the back. Another option would be just to lift the right arm to the sky. And exhale, right hand down beside the face. Sweep your left fingertips up. And exhale, left hand down. Let's swish our hips left and right here in our neutral tabletop, swishing left and right. And then we're going to glance back at our hip over our shoulder. So taking a look over the left shoulder at the left hip. And then over the right shoulder at the right hip. Just a couple times like that. Moving the spine. And back to center. Here in your tabletop, walk your hands forward. I like to come down onto my forearms here. And then we're coming into a puppy pose. So you can begin to walk your knees backward in space and then lower your chest down toward the mat. If it doesn't make it all the way toward the mat, to the mat, you can just bring it in that direction. You can bring your forehead down to the mat if you like. And then walk your knees forward and sink into a child's pose. Beautiful. Bring your hands back to the mat. Walk your feet back toward the back edge of the mat and come to downward facing dog. Welcome to pedal out your knees in downward facing dog. And then come to stillness. Inhale, reach your right heel to the sky. And exhale, bring your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee down to the mat. And inhale, walk your hands up your knee and then up to the sky, Vinyasa. Lifting up through the fingertips. Exhale your hands down. And then leave your left hand planted inside of your right foot and lift your right fingertips up to the sky. For this nice open twist. Open arm twist, I guess I should say. Exhale your right hand down to the mat. Tuck your left toes under, bring your right foot back to meet the left down dog. Inhale, lift your left heel to the sky. Exhale, plant and lower the right knee. Inhale, come up, Vinyasa. Exhale, your right hand comes down inside of the right foot and your left fingertips open. So nice. Inhale. Exhale, your left hand comes down on the outside of the left foot. Tuck your right toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take an inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend into your knees, look to your hands, and walk to the top of your mat to a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to your shins, shoulder blades down the back. And exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach, stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach, up, stand. And exhale, hands to heart center. Here at the top of your mat, hands to heart center. Take your arms and reach them up to the sky. And then exhale, open toward your left. So your right fingertips come forward, left fingertips come back. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back, twist toward your left. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, twist. Inhale, reach both arms up. And then take a gentle side bend toward your left. Feeling the length in the right side body. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, side bend toward the left or the right. A lot of length through the right side body here. Careful that you're not collapsing forward. Keep your shoulders open. And inhale, come up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back to plank pose. Here in plank, we want a long, straight line. You can also bring your knees down to the mat. You don't have to keep them lifted. Take an inhale here. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward. Hug your elbows in by your rib cage. Inhale, reach your arms, your heart up through the gateway of your shoulders. And exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. In down dog, press the heels of your hands into the mat. And lengthen your hips to the sky. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend into your knees. Look to the top of your mat and arrive. Tiptoes, hop, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach your arms up, stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step into plank. You can leave your knees lifted or lower them to the mat. Either way is fine. We're going through our chaturanga. Shift your shoulders forward, bend your elbows 90 degrees. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend into your knees. Look to the top of the mat and arrive in your way. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One last time. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward, bend your elbows 90 degrees, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, press the heels of your hands into the mat. And exhale the backs of your thighs toward the back edge of the mat. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Look to the top of the mat and arrive. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step it back to plank and flow, or meet me in down dog. However you like, it's really up to you. Your practice here. Take an inhale, sweep your right heel to the sky. Exhale, plant that foot in between the hands and then lower your left knee down onto the mat. You may like a blanket or some sort of padding underneath your left knee, and that is fine and dandy. Take an inhale, press yourself up for this Anjaneyasana just for a moment here. Reaching up to the sky and then opening the chest. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, your left hand down inside of your right foot. Your right fingertips up to the sky. And then we are going to, as if I had hold of your right wrist in space and was pulling it up ever so slowly, coming up into this knee down, open arm twist toward your right. Nice. Bring your right hand down and grasp onto the outside of your left thigh, and then sweep your left arm overhead. Feel a long stretch in the left side body. Pinwheel your hands down, frame off your right foot, and step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left heel to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, lower the right knee down, and inhale, come up. Anjaneyasana. Stretching to the sky for a beat. And then exhaling, opening the chest, maybe bending the elbows and pressing the chest to the sky. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left fingertips reach to the sky. And now, as if I grasped your left wrist, bring yourself up, open arm twist toward your left. Find your left hand on your outer right thigh and your right fingertips stretch behind the back. And then pinwheel your hands down, step your left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Look to the top of the mat and arrive in your way, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank and flow, or meet me in down dog. Inhale, and a long exhale. Reach your right foot up to the sky, and then exhale, plant the right foot in between the hands. Leave your back knee lifted, and inhale, come up. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. Fingertips reach to the sky. And then exhale, bend your elbows, press your chest up and open. Take an inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, your left hand down inside of your right foot and your right fingertips stretch to the sky. Open chest. Spiraling your rib bone, your right ribs up to the sky. And then the option to lower your left knee down to the mat as we did before. Option to leave it lifted and come up into this open arm twist to the right. Find your outer left thigh with your right hand and sweep your left hand overhead. And then pinwheel your hands down, frame off your right foot with your hands, and step it back, downward facing dog or flow. Inhale your left heel to the sky. Exhale, plant that foot between the hands, leave your right knee lifted. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Left hip hugs back, right hip hugs forward. You may need to bend into your right knee to get that squaring of the hips. And then press through the back of your right thigh toward the back of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your elbows, press your chest to the sky. So nice. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left fingertips reach. Option to lower your right knee down to the mat if you would prefer, or come up, knee lifted into this open arm twist. Your left hand finds your outer right thigh, right arm sweeps overhead. And exhale, frame off the left foot with the hands and flow. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right heel to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot in between the hands. Ground down your back foot at 90 degrees and open your arms out. Warrior two. Gaze is out over your right middle finger. You might look back over your left middle finger just to make sure that your arms are level. Hug your muscles in toward your bones on the arms. Really finding engagement through all of the muscles of the arms. Take an inhale, straighten into the right thigh. Bring your right hand forward, and then down, either to your shin, to your toes, to the ground, to a block. Left fingertips reach up. Press your hip points toward the long edge of your mat, finding length in both sides of the body. Take an inhale here. And exhale, bring your right fingertips down to the mat. Step your left foot forward in space, about a foot. And then bring your left hand forward, walking forward of your right foot, just maybe a couple of inches. Bring your right hip back in space, and then lift your right fingertips up to the sky. You may enjoy a block here too. It may allow you to lengthen your spine a little bit more and find some lift. Opening through the collarbones. If you don't have a block, like a big, heavy book can do, And then option here, not mandatory, but it is optional. You can walk your left foot hand forward another few inches and then press your left heel up to the sky. And exhale your left foot down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step into plank and flow, or meet us in downward facing dog. Your choice. From downward facing dog, we'll lift the left heel to the sky. Exhale, plant it in between the hands, ground down the back foot. Warrior two. Tailbone lengthens down. Gaze over your left middle finger. Arms are parallel to the mat. And then find activation in the bone, in the muscles around the arms. Hug the muscles into the bone. Take a long inhale here. Maybe sink into the left knee just a bit. And an exhale. Inhale, straighten into your left thigh. Left arm comes forward and down to your shin. Or you can reach for your block again. Inhale your right fingertips up to the sky and press those hips toward the long edge of the mat. Nice. Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down to the block or to the ground. Walk it forward just a bit. Step your right foot forward about a foot. Hug your right hip forward and your left hip back. Bring your left hand to your left hip and then up to the sky. Option here to step your right hand forward in space and then press your right heel up to the sky. And exhale, your right heel comes down, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to stand, and exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're gonna put all of that together. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, and flow or down dog. Take an inhale, lift your right heel to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands, leave your back heel lifted. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Inhale, press your fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, bend into your elbows and press your chest toward the rafters. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, left hand comes down inside of the right foot. Right fingertips reach to the sky. Find stability here. Option to lower your knee if you like. Take an inhale, come up, open arm twist. Breathing here. Exhale, your right hand comes to the outer left thigh. Left finger sweep overhead. Inhale, unwind, open arm twist. And now we're going to pivot onto the ball mound of our left toes, and our arms are going to pinwheel around, and we find ourselves in warrior two. Tailbone is lengthening down. Right knee is over your right ankle. Take an inhale. Straighten into your right thigh. Right arm comes forward and down. Left arm stretches up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down to the inside of your right foot. You can bring the block. You can step your left foot forward in space, about a foot. Left arm comes forward. Right hand to your right hip, and maybe up to the sky. If you like, you can bring your left toes up and off the mat. Inhale here. And exhale, fold it in, left foot comes down, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back and flow, or meet us in down dog. From downward facing dog, take an inhale, lift your left heel to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, leave your back heel lifted. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Inhale, stretch your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, press your chest up. Inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, right foot, hand comes down inside the left foot, left fingertips reach. As if I had hold of your left wrist, bringing you up into this open arm twist. And exhale, reverse. Feeling those obliques. Beautiful. Inhale, come back, open arm twist, and then pivot it around for our warrior two. Inhale in warrior two. Exhale, straighten into the left thigh. Left arm comes forward and down. Right arm stretches up. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes down. Right foot steps forward about a foot. Square off your hips, maybe find your block. Left hand to left hip. Inhale, reach your left arm to the sky. An option to come into revolved half moon. Press your right heel up toward the sky. Take an inhale. And exhale, right foot comes down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step it back to plank, and pause here in plank. Tailbone lengthens down towards your back heels. You can lower your knees if you like, or leave them lifted. We're going to come into a side plank. So take your right hand and bring it underneath your face. And then we're going to pivot onto the knife edge of our right foot, the inner edge of our left foot. Left hand to the left hip, or reach it up for the sky. And then press your left hips up toward the sky. Breathe here. And exhale, left hand down. Standard plank. Left hand underneath the face. Pivot onto the knife edge of your feet. Right fingertips reach to the sky. And exhale, right hand comes down. Take an inhale here. And an exhale to lower all the way down to the belly. Hands come down by the hips, setting up for this belly down back bend. So hands down by the hips, palms of the hands shine to the sky. Zip up your inner thighs in toward one another. And on your next inhale, take an inhale and lift your chest up from off of the mat. Lift your hands up, lift your toes. Lengthen through the back of the neck, so you're gazing down toward the short edge of your mat. Take an inhale here, and exhale, lower down. We'll take one more just like that. Take an inhale, lift the chest, lift the hands, lift the feet. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. Hands underneath the shoulders, press yourself back. Swing your knees around and lay down onto your back. Tent your knees up to the sky. We'll take 2 bridge poses here. The first one I'm going to take is going to be an active bridge pose, and the second will be more restorative. If you know you want to go restorative the whole way, or if you know you want to be active the whole way, you do you, right? But I'm going to model active bridge. So fingertips graze the backs of your heels. Walk your shoulder blades underneath your rib cage just a bit. Press the back of your head into the mat. And on your next inhale, lift your hips, engage your glutes, pressing the hips to the sky. You can walk your shoulder blades underneath the rib cage a little more and press. Lovely. Inhale here. And exhale, lower it down. Now for our restorative bridge, grab a block or a blanket or a pillow, whatever you like, and you're gonna lift your hips up off of the mat and place your prop underneath your sacrum, that low part of your back where it sort of flattens and you find a little place of steadiness. You don't have to lift super high, just getting your hips a little higher than your heart. And pause. Take an inhale, lift your hips up off of the block. And exhale to lower. Windshield wiper the knees. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll yourself up to a seat. Nice. We'll take a little twist here. So we're going to hug our right foot in by our left hip. And then we're going to tent our left knee over the right leg so that our left foot is on the outside of the right thigh. You can just stay right here and hug the knee in towards the chest. If you like, you can hug the knee in towards the chest and take a gentle twist, perhaps bringing your left hand behind your back and twisting toward your left. And unwind that. We're going to swap it out. So bring it opposite, knee on top. You can hug that knee into the chest. You can hug and twist. You can also, I didn't show you this on the opposite side, but if you like, you can bring your elbow to the outside of the right thigh. And unwind. Nice. Both legs long out in front of you. Walk the flesh of your backside away from the mat. Take an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, just allow yourself to soften forward. It doesn't have to be a flat back. You don't have to pull yourself forward. Just soften forward and allow that to settle for a moment. Walk yourself back up to sit. Bring the left foot to the inner right thigh. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold toward your extended right leg. Inhale, press yourself back up. Switch the legs out, extend your left leg. Turn your torso toward your extended leg. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, fold forward. Take an inhale, press yourself back up. Bring the soles of your feet in toward one another for Baddha Konasana. They can be as close to you or as far away as feels comfortable. Bring your hands down to your feet and open the feet outwards like a book. Engage your glutes to press the knees down toward the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold forward toward your feet. Take an inhale, press yourself back up. Now, if you have a block or a pillow or a bolster or even just a blanket that you folded up, you can bring it underneath your hips as you lie down onto your mat. Lift your hips up like we did for restorative bridge and find a point where you can allow your hips to settle onto your prop. And then inhale, lift your heels to the sky. If you don't have a prop, you can just grasp the backs of your thighs and hold there to give yourself just a moment of relaxation in this inverted posture. Lifting the heels. And exhale your feet back down to the mat. Press your feet into the mat, lift your hips, and exhale, lower your hips down to the mat. Maybe windshield wiper the knees back and forth, release the low back. And then find your posture for Shavasana for a final moment of rest. If you like traditional Shavasana and you want to lay flat on your back, open the palms up to the sky, allow your eyes to close and release. That is wonderful. If you prefer a different posture for your Shavasana, just find something comfortable, a resting position. And we'll have just a few moments of quiet stillness before I gently pull you back out. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring life back to your fingers and toes. Roll over to your left side. And then using the strength of your arms, press yourself up to sit. I want to thank you all so much for practicing with me. It is a joy and a pleasure to practice and to give the gift of yoga to the people around me. If you have any comments, suggestions, please let me know. It is so much fun to share this, so I thank you all for being a part of it. Namaste.